The road ahead will not be easy. I can attest personally that in my work as the Director of National Intelligence, the deep state is fighting us every step of the way. And it exists within every single federal agency. And so I feel the same frustration that I see many of you expressing on X or in different platforms about why aren't things going faster? Why aren't we getting results more quickly? I feel this frustration every single day. We are pushing hard. Know that they are pushing hard back. It's okay. We're not going anywhere. We're here to fight for you and to fight for the red, white, and blue that's behind you. We can't do this alone. It will take all of us who love our country and who deeply cherish our freedoms to stand united in this fight. It's going to come with hardship and sacrifice. As you know, it comes with name-calling and smears and lies and attacks. But here's the beautiful thing, is the harder they push back, the more smears and lies that are published in the Washington Post and the New York Times and the Atlantic and many others, the more we know that we are exactly on the target.
Americans will finally learn the truth about how in 2016 the intelligence was politicized and weaponized by the most powerful people in the Obama administration to lay the groundwork for what was essentially a years-long coup against President Trump, subverting the will of the American people and undermining our democratic republic. Excuse me. Now, she's drawn a infographic of sort. You guys, I'll show it to you. It was the creation of the Russia hoax. And it says, real intel assessment. Russia and criminal actors did not impact recent U.S. election results by conducting cyber attacks on infrastructure. Trump wins the 2016 election. So from there, December, and she's got dates on this stuff. December 8th, POTUS briefing pulled. Intelligence community pulls product that contradicts Russia hoax narrative. Excuse me. On that same day, next day, December 9th, Obama officials meet to plan the Russia hoax. Whoa. December 9, Obama puts out an order. The intelligence community begins outlining new assessment to claim the election was hacked. So Obama, dead set in the middle. Notice that this coincides with Comey and Brennan being under investigation right now. That's James Clapper to the right, well, depending how you're looking at it. Next, the other guy next to Obama is in that picture. It's Clapper, Obama, and Comey. So they're already looking at Comey and Brennan. Now she drops this. Put the breadcrumbs together and start following this. And then it says here, the deep state leaks. Obama officials use their media propaganda arm to spread fake news. NBC News, U.S. officials, Putin personally involved in hack. New York Times, Russian hackers acted to aid Trump in the election. Washington Post, secret CIA assessment says Russia was trying to help Trump win the White House. All of this emanated from Obama. Now, like we've said, all roads lead back to Obama. Now she's letting everybody know. Then it was the fake weaponized assessment, suppressed prior intelligence showing Russia lacked intent and capability to hack the 2016 election. So they suppressed the information that would have shown that this stuff was BS. And then it began. Now, those of you who were around and online back then, you know you got booted off of YouTube. I still have to walk softly because you never know who's listening. I was able to stay on Twitter. Robin got booted off with other tens of thousands of people who were Trump supporters, just booted. I got booted off of Facebook as of today. I'm still not even allowed on Facebook to this day. If I were to put my entry and try to create an account, it would go away. So this stuff is still there. It's still latent. It hasn't gone away. And so now I'm interested to see what is going to happen with censorship. What is going to happen with the media? At this point, they're probably going to have to do some investigations into the media. You know, they've always hidden behind the First Amendment thing. Well, you can't do this. You know, this might be the big T word. There's no statute of limitations on that. So let's continue here. All right, so let's move down. She's got a thread. For months preceding the 2016 election, the intelligence community shared a consensus view. Russia lacked the intent and capability to hack U.S. elections. Can't do it. They're not good enough. However, but weeks after the election, when Trump beat Hillary, everything changed. And she's got intel community consensus and all the emails and files here that they start. This is where it hatched. And this is too small, so you guys might not be able to see it, but you can see it. It says, we are working with CIA on a PDB, Presidential Daily Briefing, submission on the threat. And they started putting this stuff out. On December 8th, this is now after the election, IC officials prepared an assessment for the president's daily briefing, the PDB, finding that Russia did not impact recent U.S. election results by conducting cyber attacks on infrastructure. Before it could reach the president, before it got to Obama's desk, it was abruptly pulled based on, quote, new guidance, and this key intelligence assessment was never published. So they knew it wasn't true, but before they gave it to Obama, they pulled it. All right, she continues. This is damning. This is a bombshell. The next day, top national security officials, including Comey, Brennan, and Clapper, gathered at the Obama White House to discuss Russia. Obama directed the intel community to create a new intelligence assessment that detailed Russian election meddling, even though they knew it would contradict multiple intelligence assessments released over the previous several months. So, the entirety of the Russian hoax was hatched between Obama, Brennan, Clapper, and Comey. Let that germinate in your head. The very tops of everything, the CIA director, the DNI, the FBI director, and the president sat there and colluded about the Russian hoax. This is so damning. Obama officials immediately leaned on their allies in the media to advance their falsehoods. Anonymous IC sources, intelligence community sources, leaked classified information to the Washington Post and others that Russia had intervened to hack the election in Trump's favor. That in itself is a crime. They leaked classified information. Understand, that's what they tried to put Trump in jail for. Now she's got proof that people in the intelligence community leaked information to the media. Don't trust the media. Don't ever listen to the media ever again. All right, so now she comes further. And you can see this yourself. If you just go to her handle, DNI Gabbard, you can see all these fine print articles. I'm just going to be able to read the top ones. She continues, on January 6, 2017, just days before Trump took office, Clapper unveiled the Obama-directed politicized assessment, a gross weaponization of intelligence that laid the groundwork for a years-long coup intended to subvert President Trump's entire presidency, according to whistleblower emails shared with us today. Today, she got some information. We know Clapper and Brennan used the baseless, discredited Steele dossier as a source to push this false narrative in the intelligence community assessment. Now, understand what she just said there. The words she is using. She's not stupid. They know what people are going to say. She's years-long coup. That's treason. You ran a coup against the United States government. You swing from trees for this. Wow. All right, let's continue. She's still going. These documents. Oh, there it is. There's a T word. These documents detail a treasonous conspiracy by officials at the highest levels of the Obama White House to subvert the will of the American people and try to usurp the president from fulfilling his mandate. OMG. She dropped the T word. You guys realize what's happening right now? Many of you probably have a right to think, well, nothing's going to happen. Well, when's the last time you've heard anybody get charged with treason? This isn't just some people, breaking the cell phones and hiding this and hiding that. She just put out treason. And this man, Donald Trump, will indeed, if Pam looks at this and sees that she can get a case, it's coming. So all the people out there who are screaming about Pam, shut up, watch the movie, here it comes. Here it comes, everything that you've been waiting for 8 long years. Finally, it's coming to fruition. Will anything happen? I don't know, but we're going to see. You don't use the word treason lightly. The betrayal concerns every American. The integrity of our democratic republic demands that every person involved be investigated and brought to justice to prevent this from ever happening again. I am providing all the documents to the Department of Justice to deliver accountability that President Trump, his family, and the American people deserve. And just in case you didn't know, somebody actually puts it in here and says, hey, Grok, what's the punishment for treason? And it's probably going to say you get to swing from trees. Under 18 U.S.C. 2381, treason, levying war against the United States or adhering to its enemies with aid and comfort is punishable by swinging, firing, whatever, old Sparky, or imprisonment of at least 5 years and a fine of at least $10,000, plus ineligibility for any U.S. office. Courts apply this narrowly to avoid political misuse. So it's going to be very hard to be convicted. Just understand at this point, especially if this has to take place in Washington, it's going to be very hard getting this a conviction, if they even go to the charge at this point. This is absolutely crazy. Somebody wrote, I like this one, is an attempted coup considered treason? Yes. And Grok responds, yes, an attempted coup can constitute treason under U.S. law if it involves levying war against the United States, 18 U.S.C. 2381. However, failed or conspiratorial attempts often fall under seditious conspiracy, punishable by up to 20 years, as seen in January 6 cases. They opened the door. Context matters legally. So, now we have concrete evidence that, forget 2020, they haven't even got there yet. See, that's the other thing. Whatever you think, or whatever they end up finding out about 2020, they've already found out now that 2016, they executed a coup. It's going to get compounded when they bring in the information from 2020. And when they start bringing all this information in, it's going to catch a lot of people in the strainer. Politicians, media, social networks. And here's what's going to happen when she starts bringing this case and starts putting out all these things together. The one thing you can count on is these people don't want to be in cells. One thing you can count on is there are going to be a lot of Tweety birds out there snitching on the other ones. They have no choice. Remember, the sentence for treason isn't, a couple years in the pokey. The sentence for treason could be off with your head. How many people want to face that possibility? Some people are like, yeah, I could do 2 years. I'll keep quiet. They'll take care of me. Okay. They can't take care of you if you ain't got no head. This, we've known, those of you who are Trump supporters have known for 8 years now, that so much has happened that didn't make any sense. We felt it. Our spidey senses were telling us. And now we know almost for sure that it did happen. We weren't wrong. And this thing is going to be bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's going to involve hundreds, if not thousands of witnesses and people to talk to. If you think President Trump has been aggressive thus far, you ain't seen nothing. This man now knows, I got it. I got hand. I am coming for you. And if you get in my way, no deals. No deals. You did this, you did that. And now she's in there and she's just, no wonder they didn't want Tulsi in there. No wonder they fought so hard. We can't have Tulsi Gabbard in there. She knows where to look. So many people. And then on deck over here, just sitting in the wings, waiting to be tapped, is somebody like Matt Gaetz. And I'm probably pretty sure there's probably 2 or 3 other people we don't even know about who he's ready to tap and bring in as special counsels. I got an email the other day where somebody said, oh, you were wrong. He didn't do anything with special counsel. And I thought to myself you're not paying attention. Watch. Don't speak. Watch as this stuff unfolds. The other night when I went through and I played a bunch of songs, and one of them was from Rush, and I played that Shakespearean piece. All the world's a player. We're all actors and portrayers, each another's audience inside the gilded cage. Since I heard Geddy Lee sing that back years ago, that lyric has stuck in my head. And I realized for so long, how much we see on a daily basis is a show. It almost makes you feel like the Truman Show, because so many people don't understand what's real and what's not. And I feel such, I won't say vindication, because I never felt unvindicated, but I remember when, everybody wanted to complain, hey, you guys got tinfoil hats on. And I used to talk to people and talk to Robin and be like, are we the ones with the tinfoil hats on? Or are they the ones with the tinfoil hats on? Were certain people completely wide open, eyes wide open, and seeing, hey, this is kind of weird? And everyone that was pointing at us and saying, you guys are weird, you got these tinfoil hats, you're conspiracy theorists. And I've said to you many, many times, I do not believe that things are conspiracies. It's just stuff that we don't know yet. You can go back and see I've quoted that many, many times. And I really felt strongly that so much of what we were seeing was a complete act. And everybody was actors and portrayers, and each one of us was somebody else's audience. And now you're seeing, and I'm sure there's going to be people in the chat right now who's like, oh, I don't know about all this. That's okay. I understand at this point. I've been walking around for 8 years. You get it? You get it? Oh, no, it's conspiracy. Here's another one. Here's another one who hasn't taken the pill. And I'm thinking to myself, man, how many people are walking around out there and still to this day have not taken that red pill, or don't even know what it means? And they point at us as being crazy, as if we're the ones who are nuts. And right now, there are probably even a bunch of you guys going, oh, I didn't see that coming. There's a whole lot of people right now who thought we were nuts. Hey, man, see this, see that? Oh, yeah, no, that's too much, Barry. And now, as it's coming out, we're seeing all kinds of people who I don't even know what their backgrounds are. Breaking: the Obama administration manufactured intelligence to create the Russia collusion hoax in 2016. Time for arrest. The Obama admin leaked false politicized intelligence reports to the media in order to create the Russia hoax, which would drag on for years. How many of you can raise your hand right now and say, I firmly believed it back then? That you've just been sitting around like your own little sleeper cell going, is somebody ever going to blow the doors off on this thing? I mean, we're not even allowed to talk. We can't even vocalize what we knew and what we saw. Don't you dare. If we're going to whack you off of Twitter, don't. So many of my friends, so many people we're talking about, were told, shut up. Don't say it. Charlie Kirk, breaking, DNI Tulsi Gabbard has just declassified documents that show, quote, overwhelming evidence that then President Obama personally requested and intentionally, quote, manufactured and politicized intelligence, unquote, to create the narrative that Russia was attempting to influence the 2016 election. Do you realize the mere fact of the words I'm speaking right now could have gotten this video turned off a couple years ago? It may get turned off after I'm done. It was that bad. Oh, no. Or you would get the little, the thing underneath the video. Oh, no, there's been no proof, no evidence that this has ever happened. Well, now you can't put that up. Let's see if they still do. You've seen it. Oh, you got no evidence of that. You've got no evidence. Spoken without evidence. The president said this, but he's got no evidence. You got evidence now. It's overwhelming. And this is just the stuff she felt comfortable releasing. So those of you who are sitting back and going, that's it? No. That's the opening salvo. That's just a shot over the bow. You got to believe there's a stack of stuff, as Rush used to say, of information that she has that she just can't even tell you about yet. This is the surface level stuff. This is the stuff that they're letting, quote, influencers see. When you see this stuff and there's documents sitting here and everything else, that's just what they want you to see at this point. And it's probably meant as a signal to other people. Come in and tell us what you know before you get caught in the snare. So understand, that's not the entirety of what they have. At this point, like President Trump said, we have it all. You guys asked for it, here it comes. Here it comes. I don't know if certain people in this country are ready for what's about to happen.